Hello and welcome to another episode of Making Diablo clone in Lisp. So today I'm going to just briefly start my screen keys and so today I think I will be finishing my great actions refactoring. So I'm really hoping to that. I think the only thing is left is to fix one little bug and then just to make item pickup action, which will be something entirely new because, well, my item system is still rudimentary, so I'll have to, well, increase it a bit. So the thing I want to fix is, the actions are actually working, so my character can actually walk. Just give me a minute. Just a moment. So it can actually walk like this, just follow. Oh yeah, I can already see a tiny bug here. Yeah, the animation is obviously stuck. Yeah, I'm going to fix that too. Yeah, and I can actually attack other things, like this critter. Come on. Oh well, it's stuck again, so I will have to also fix pathfinding, but that's quite hard and I will make it later. But right now, I can attack the thing, and if I click once, it works just perfectly. But then if I like stick my left mouse button like that, and when my character tries to attack the second time, here we got some problem. And the problem here is, I think it has something to do with, and then my game state is stuck, so I have to restart the Lisp. So I think the problem here, the problem in combat action is that, well, I have this kind of chain of actions, so one action depends on another to finish. So for instance, the close combat action, the swing action as I call it, this one, it relates to movement action. So, well, to hit something you actually first have to come to it. And I think the problem is that this movement action gets deleted and then I'm trying to delete it again. I think something like that. So the idea was to just kinda save those child actions either in generic, action storage or in this specific action. And I think the latter would be the best choice because, well, I wouldn't clutter extra memory with those information which is not present in every action. So where was I? I kind of forgot why this happens, why exactly this happens though. I've been debugging this, as you can see. And so I delete track action. So I create a tracking action, which in turn creates movement action. And then at some point movement is deleted. Okay, let's just follow this log. So try to attack something, we update existing swing action. Then we delete all of the action chain for that entity, which is where? No, it is this critter 21. So the entity 12 attacks entity 21. So 12 being the player, 21 being that spider ant. Right, so we delete all of the actions for 21 for the spider ant because it is hit and it suffers the how it is called, the stop. Jesus, how it is called? The stun. It suffers a stun condition. And then what do we have then? Then we delete the swing action for player for some reason. I mean, we've been updating it and then we are deleting it. Why do we delete it? Let's see. Deleting actions. Where is this debug line? Okay. Deleting action. Deleting swing action. So I think it should be in combat. Yeah, here we go. Right, so we are deleting it when? Exactly. And why? Right. Okay, what am I? Oh yeah, that's the system update. So we delete it because it is finished. We've done the attack, so everything is kinda okay. Why am I not deleting it here though? Oh yeah, because here when the swing action actually begins to work, I just turn the sprite here by setting the angle, and then I just switch the stance to attacking, to the swing. So I just switch a stance, and then I use that stance here in system update to see if I really have to finish the blow. Right. And then I delete it when it is done. Alright, that makes sense. So I delete it because it's done, then I'm deleting deleted action swing. So current is swing, current is blah blah blah. Okay, then we attack again. So this line is for the handler of mouse click. So we created a new swing action, which is logical because we've deleted the previous one. Then we delete entity actions for 21 again for some reason. Okay. Then we delete swing action 0. Then we have deleted action swing, and we have current action. Okay, now that is, I think that's the source of the problem, because we got this move action, which is child of track action, which is child of that swing action, and we are deleting swing action right now. So we got, at some point we will have double delete, what is the widely known as double delete. So when and why this happens? Deleted action, let's search deleted action. Yeah, right here. So we explicitly call delete action. Why? Delete. Oh yeah, because we are deleting swing action for entity 12. Why we are doing that? Okay, now that's weird. The methods, yeah, I got plenty of methods here. Yeah, and about that thing about methods, how SBCL does dispatch. So I think if we look now, how had I seen that? I don't remember. So I think I just disassembled some of the. Yeah, right. So if you disassemble just the method as a function, you got not this specific method, but you got actually this dispatch function. So you can disassemble literally any. Let's go for that one, for instance. If you disassemble that, you'll get that. What? Oh yeah, I'm in the wrong package. I have to quick load the stuff. Yeah, just give me a sec to illustrate the point. So if you do that, that's weird actually. Final action when the rest works in initial fun. That's different from what I've seen. I haven't seen that initial fun. That's weird. Perhaps I should disassemble something that's specialized to something. Okay, now my index is slow again. Well, yeah, definitely. That's, yeah. So jump table is obviously faster. And I even thought just for this particular case, I even made the comment, so I should use some of those libraries I've been reviewing before, which kinda replace the methods with some sort of static functions, so you don't have this dispatch extra extra calculations for dispatch. How that was called? Something like, yeah. So initially I thought that spec store is something like those. Let me just look. I had those in my bug tracker, so I'll just switch here. And yeah, in the in my bullets. So I think I had it in the way here. Something like static. Yeah, just give me a sec. Come on. Yeah, that one. Inline generic functions, or static dispatch, or fast generic functions, and they all are like almost the same. Okay. Alright, I will look into that. I think I even make some comment here. So I'm gonna use here. Where's that? Okay. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so looks like it can be something orthogonal to the methods and clause. Okay, I will look later. Generics, except classes. Well, why? I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I'm using generics right here with just keywords, so I specialize by keywords. So I got this initialize action and I got finalize action. They both have type argument, and this type will actually then be just a keyword. So give me a sec. Like here, for instance, yeah, that one, just string. And then action is just fixed num, which is the index. Oh, you mean those fast libraries only allow to work with classes? That actually would make sense. That, I don't know. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I will have to work around that somehow. But yeah, that's just the case of optimization. I will make it later. Okay, alright. Yeah, so where was I? Yeah, I got that bug with when I, for some reason, delete an action twice. So, right, swing action. So I create a new swing action. I deleted the options for 21, which is the mob. Then I delete swing action. Why do I do that? Action swing, action track. Then I delete entity actions for 12, and then I got the problem when I'm trying to delete already deleted action. Okay. Yeah, right. So why am I deleting it the first time? Alright, so I think, yeah, right, I'm deleting it the first time because it is done here. Right. And then the problem is that it has a child action, this track action. and then the track action also got move action as a child. But these children do not know that their parent is deleted. So that is the problem. Right, so I have to, yeah, as I wrote the comment here, I should somehow delete those. Yeah, so I can, why can't I just delete current action? Oh yeah, that's because they can be different. So if the action equals to that one, it means that tracking has failed and we should stop this action. Okay, so perhaps I could just omit storing all of that extra information, and I can just check. Again, this looks very fishy, but I can check whether action equals the current action. So just a sec. So we want an entity and we want current action again. And this already looks kind of boilerplate-ish. But anyway, unless, not when, so unless this action equals to current action, come on, current action. So unless it is true, that means that this only can be when the current action is tracking action, in which case we can just delete it. Again, it looks kinda, I don't know, ad hoc-ish. But let's just do that. So, current action, yeah, current action. Kinda like that. And moreover, in movement things here, we should also delete in track action destructor, which I conveniently made here. I should also delete that thing. So in action track, I think we should do the same thing here. So the very same condition again, and yeah, again it looks boilerplatey, but what the heck. So this equals, we delete current action, which would be move action, actually. I think I can even put here an assert just in case, just to be sure. I will delete it later, obviously. But then, yeah, so what do we search for? We assert that that the type of that action, type of that current action, is what it is, move, I think. Yeah. And the same thing goes for combat. But here the type should be track. Okay. So compile that, and I think we're good to go. I think. Alright, so if we... oh no, the assertion failed with 1 equals track. So this thing was track? That's weird. Okay, when does it happen? Do delete action in finalize of track. Right. Come on. Finalize track here. So it was track. That's super weird. Deleting track action. So 1 here is global index, and then yeah, and I lock extra information. So let's just see it here. Okay, so track destructor. Now we got action. This one. Oh yeah, I got this helper that prints the full info for action. So action this and current action this. And how it was called, action print, I think. Yeah, action print. For an action, and then for the current action. Yep. Okay, now I have to restart the whole thing again. And just try again. So that was weird. Okay. I haven't even did any hit. I mean, my character didn't. So we'll track destructor. We got action swing, and we got current action track, which is right, I think. Wait, track? No. We got the destructor of the track action, and in that, right, and that the sort of that was also the current action. Wait a second. How do we got swing action as the destructor for track? That's just bonkers. So I call delete action with index 1. Okay, so let's look at actions. So we got 3 actions: swing, track, and deleted one. Okay. They all belong to player entity 12. They got, so this one got no parent, this has 0 as parent, which means this one, and this got this one as parent, at least when it wasn't deleted. So then the index, all 0. Okay, so now let's look at swing actions. Right, target 21. Okay, and then track actions. Alright, target 21, target distance. Wait, what is target distance? That's weird. I can't quite remember. Right, that's just plain weird. Okay, so 21 and yeah, right. Okay, let's look at move actions then. Actions. Target X, target Y. Okay. Alrighty then. So what happened is, so we called execute actions, and it started executing actions. It started to execute action track, and in track action we for some reason decided to delete that very action, obviously because it has finished, I think. Character. So track, yeah, here, delete action, yeah, that one, because movement has stuck. It hasn't actually stuck, it's just finished without starting, which is also the case, by the way. Okay, so let's switch back at slide here. Now it's there. Right, so after that, yeah, we call delete action for that track action. Then we got input do delete action. Okay, do delete action. here. So it got the index. Wait, what? Track 0. How do we get 0 here? Delete action. Oh, I think I have again mixed up global and local indices at some point. I think I most definitely did. Okay, so do delete action. Where am I calling it? Yeah, here. Action start graphic action. Yeah, exactly. Do delete action, and then do delete action. We call finalize action, and what was the push? Okay. So in finalize action, actually that's local index. Why is that? Oh, yeah, right. So perhaps I should just stick to the notion that I got global indices everywhere. So I'll just remove that and just put action here. Yeah, I think I found the problem. So then in the delete action, I just call with index here, but here instead of that, I put this one, and instead of action, it's index. Right. That's it. And then, yeah, I think that should do the trick. So now I definitely should restart because I've changed my macro. So now it recompiles, and let's see. Right. So the moment of truth, no. But I guess it's better because I've heard the hit sound. So at least I got one hit. Okay, so now the assertion here failed with 1 equals to move. Where does that happen? Finalize action swing. Okay. So what happened here? We deleted swing action, deleted action swing with current being swing. Then we made new swing action. We deleted all of the actions for the creator, and we deleted swing action here for some reason. And then we got... Okay, but what is the current action? Current action. Oh, yeah, I got it for every entity. So 12 here, 2. Right, so 2. Okay, let's look at actions. Oops. Where is my continue restart? Oh crap. Return to level 1. Thank you. So, actions. So that's 0, that's 1, that's 2. So the current action was 2, move. Oh, okay. That's... right, so... equals track. It wasn't track, it was move. Which is kinda also okay, I guess. No, that would create some sort of memory leak, because if I delete, at that point, if I delete move action, and I'm already in the structure for the swing action, I would have the track action kinda left, well, left there without any parents nor children. It would just stick there and do nothing. I mean, it would do something No, I mean, in the next iteration, probably it would just here in character command. In just its next iteration, it will see that the movement action is deleted and it will delete itself. But that's only when this is true, and when it's not, we will still delete the action. Yeah, I guess that will do, actually. But then again, that's very flaky, everything. Right, so where was I? The combat, maybe? I'm going to do what? Change the assertion. Yes, so it should be either track or move. So, well, I should probably rewrite that and to see if it's member that thing of the list of track and move. Yep, something along those lines. And yeah, I have to restart again. So let's just test one hit. Yep, that works. And if I just stick my left mouse button, nope, still no. Right, and the very same problem here. We are trying to delete some action which is already deleted. So how we come to that? Right, so create a new swing action here. Delete swing action. Wait, why we are deleting it like initially, then delete action move, and delete action swing, and then delete action track, which is right, and then we call delete actions for 12 with oh yeah, the current. Okay, so maybe I'm not just setting current action to the proper value when deleting something. Let's see. Just actions. So the current action. Right. So when action equals current, no, I do have this check here. Sets it to parent. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I think I will let debug line here. Also pretty print the action here. Action print command. Action print. Oh no, the parent. Right? Yeah, right. Yeah. What's the? Wait, what? Definition has no option organized by the. Which proclamation? Oh, yeah, okay. I see. That's the remnant of some other design decisions. Come on, just stop being ridiculous. So are we fine? Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, I have to restart that. Come on. Right. So now if I stick my left mouse button, it will fail again, but at least I will see what happens. Right. So we've created new swing action. Then we deleted that swing action because it was finished, I guess. Yeah, I know what the problem is. I'm just trying to refine my API here. So we've deleted the action move because it was current, right? Yeah, it was current. Then yeah, current set the parent track. Huh, okay. Then we deleted swing with current being track. And then we've deleted that track and it was the current action. And because of that we set to parent which was deleted. Oh yeah. Oh. Okay, so the thing is that I'm dealing with the chains of that I mean with the links of that actions chain quite flaky. I'm kinda removing that parent before the child, and that's what is the problem here. And then we set, when deleting the current action, that track action, we are setting to already deleted thing. Yeah, okay. So how can I fix that? If I try and set like negative invalid index to the parent slot for every action, that would take forever, I guess, to go through all of the actions and check if they have this one as the parent. So that's no good. Right. Yeah, so I obviously have some kind of logic mistake in how I use my own API. And I want to kind of chase that. Yeah, so at some point we're deleting that thing because it was current action. And we set it as current action because we've deleted it and then we've deleted its child. And child thought, yeah, okay, I will set my parent as the current. And its parent was already deleted. Okay, so that's because I delete child after the parent. Which child is it, and why does it happen? So the parent being swing and the child being track action. And this happens when track and then we have deleted none. So we set it to track. Okay. So then why am I deleting that swing? Oh yeah, that's the part of deleting and deleting. So that's the part of the deletion of that. Right. Okay. So the quick action. I think this one should be called last. Oh, wait a sec. Crap. So delete action, that one. Why am I? Oh yeah, right. So delete action is the kind of high level function here, which I should call to delete those. Alright. So the sequence of events here is that I in here, somewhere here, I delete, like I guess here, yeah, a lot of to-do comments here. So I delete an action, delete a swing action because it is finished. The blow has landed. Then I delete that action. And because of that, I got into the destructor, finalize action specialized for swing. So then I see that this swing action is not current action, because so how could it be? So I am deleting that current action, and that current action being track, right? So I delete that track action, and as a part of its deletion process, it sets its parent as current action, and at that point that parent is half destroyed. Yeah, that is the problem here. This half destroyed at that point, so I can't actually do that in its destructor here. Whew, that's hard. Or I can call finalize action and just then do that current action switching. So when I actually call finalize action, let's see. Yeah, I call it first here in do delete action, and I call do delete action here as the first thing. So I got into delete action for swing action. I call that thing do delete action, which calls finalize action, kind of destructor for my swing action, which in turn calls delete action for track action, which in turn calls that delete action with swing, with track action, which in turn calls do delete action, which in turn calls blah blah blah, whatever, and then it does that thing with switching. Right. But then I get back from the destructor for track action. I get back into the destructor for the swing action. It finishes, I get here, and then I do all of the checking, and I guess I should fall into that condition here, right? So the current action should be this action, right? It should be. And then I should get this logline. So what is really happening here? So I'm deleting the move action somehow. Oh, yeah, because that one is current. Oh, I think the problem is even deeper here. The problem is that I got 3 different actions. Each one is parent of other. Okay, so I think I'm going to type that here. So I get swing action, then I got track, then I got move. Each one is parent of the previous. I mean of the previous. The parent, the child of the previous. So the move action is child of track. Track is the child of swing. So and at some point I have move as current action, and then at some point I want to delete swing action. So I delete it. Oh yeah, and then inside its destructor I see that the current action is not this swing action, so I decide to remove current action. I remove it. So what happens then? So the current action gets this track, and then I got deleted here. Right, and then oh yeah, and then at the next and then I finally delete this swing action. It also gets deleted, and then I got this track action left as the current one, but whatever. So at the next iteration it looks and it sees that it has nothing to do, so it decides to delete itself. It does, and it switches to its parent, which is deleted. Yay! So yeah, that's what is happening, I think. Right, so the problem is that I'm deleting the wrong thing, and I can't really rely here on just looking at current action. I actually have to store the proper child as the slot here on an action. And I guess I'm going to do that. So yeah, target, and then so that one is swing, so that one would be track action. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah, it does. So its initial value would be invalid index, I guess. Type is none, obviously. So yeah, that's my action. Right, so then in that action here I will have track action as by the means of symbol macro let. So I can just set f it here, set f track target to that one. Oops. Right, track target. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So after that, in that destructor, I can just go, I think, without all of that crap. Well, I mean, I can leave assert, but I'll comment all of that crap. And what do I do here? I have track action again by the means of symbol macro let. So I can, well, first assert so that it is track action, so that equals action type of the track action to, well, track. And then when I'm sure it's right, I can delete action track action. Right. Yeah, sure. So now I have to restart the whole thing, and I guess it should work. Alright, cool. So now... Wait, what? How? Oh yeah, I should... Okay. Initialize. Oh, but then in initialize here they set up. Okay, so I don't really have symbol macro let without having it. No, wait a sec. I use with swing action here. What the heck? How does that even? work. Hasn't my macro updated? So if I just action, just print target. So yeah, I have symbol macro let, I have target, and I have track action. So what the heck? So in action, track action, blah blah blah. Search, nice, target. So if I do the same with track action, target, yeah, track action. Yeah, so if I will put that inside of the function, for instance, so yay. So if I disassemble that, it should be something. Yeah, it looks about right, I think. Fix none, not type, no array dimension, no fix none, not type. The index, yeah, yes, that's right. So what is the warning here? Define variable track, oh yeah, track action, silly me. Right, and I should use the same macro here, track action, yeah. Right, okay. So now it definitely should work, I think. Okay, so let's see, no. Again, the assertion track file. Oh, now it is deleted. Which kinda makes sense. I mean, that's the different error from before. So now when we are deleting, oh yeah, I should kinda check that. Right, now I have what is called in C language a dangling pointer. So I have this action deleted, this track action deleted at some different place. But I still have this index. And I don't even have the means to kinda get or understand that this is already invalid action. Okay, that's actually bad, because, well, going along with my design decisions, that's a problem. So I have those indices, I have this structure of arrays thing working purely on macroses. So, and there I have this action just as the index in those structures, just the global through index. So when I remove an action, I just put some crap in those arrays, but I don't actually do anything else. Yeah, that's bad. And it could be even worse, because that action could be, I mean, at some other point of the game, there could be created a new track action which would replace that one. And then this assertion would be true, and I will remove that action, but it will already belong to some another entity, which is, yeah, that is bad. Okay, so I can't store it here. Yeah, that's bad. So the obvious solution would have to have those children links for every action, and we'll finally have doubly linked list inside instead of singly linked list I have now. But it would have extra memory for foreign actions which do not have children. Yeah, extra memory. I mean, not a whole lot, just a little bit more than one machine word for every action, but still. I mean, I wouldn't be having more than several hundred maybe actions at worst, I think. And then one machine word is 8 bytes, so I have like 1 extra kilobyte. Maybe that does not sound very bad. Okay, let's just think for a moment. How can I fix that differently? Search track, and it gets deleted at some other point. It's deleted already, and I can't move that information about that it is deleted here. The information about that deleted. Why do I even delete that? Oh yeah, I guess because it is finished at some point, this tracking action. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's just add that extra field to every action. Oops, I deleted something. Yeah. Okay, so where is my SOA? Okay, I'm starting really wind up in this lot of code. So where do I have? Oh yeah, I have parents here as the. So I have action as the here. Yeah. So I have SOA for actions which have all of these fields. I already have parent slot. So my intention is to add a child slot here, because well, the those actions are always just one chain, one plain chain, so it has like linear structure. It would not be like a tree or something. It's just a linear structure. So I will add a child slot here, and I will handle this slot throughout all of these functions and helpers here. So yeah, that would be an extra memory, but using that, I think I could properly handle deletion those. Yeah, I guess so. So I don't really like this solution, but yeah, I guess I'll just go with that. Yeah, I guess I need some sugar boost. Alrighty then, so child slot it is. God damn it. Why I always write fixnum as finxum? That's weird on my fingers. Okay, so now I have a child here, so I guess I should have an extra accessor. Child. Let's type in the function of fixnum, and it would return fixnum. Action child. So not one child, actions, action, links. Okay, so that's my accessor. Yeah, I guess I should recompile that. Yeah. Recklessly continue. Just stop doing the crap. Okay, so action child. Yeah, here we go. Alright, so where should I handle that? So in delete action. Perhaps I even should do that automatically here. Right, so I'm gonna just quickly put a comment here and remove it. I don't need that. Remove it from, yeah, that's just OpenGL. Right, okay. So I think I don't even need finalize action here. Oh, but I do, because I should switch. I thought I left to do somewhere here. I should switch stance. Yeah, right. Structure for swing action, which sets stance to idle. So I am going to perhaps copy it from movement action and just switch a stance back to idle. Yeah, just like that. So it's just for swing, idle. Okay, so now I don't need that. Yeah, we'll leave this comment for historical interest, and yeah. Right, so now back to actions. Right, so now I have to handle child slot here. So where am I handling parent? Here. Some debug output. Set up to delete it. And current. Why am I using parent here? Oh yeah, because I'm switching to a parent. Alright. So when do I handle this child slot? Yeah, I think I will just put it somewhere here, just randomly, or semi-randomly. So my child is actions child ref. Wait a sec, why am I using this and not using helpers? So that would be action child, then action. And by the way, here I can use action parent. Yeah, I can. It's weird. Yeah, that's just weird. Action parent. Okay. So now I'm going to remove that child, perhaps here. So just delete action child. Alright. So where else? Delete entity actions. So this starts from the current action and then going using parent links, it goes all the way up to remove all of those actions. Wait a sec. For current, yeah, from the current action, and then action parent of current action. So the parent. Okay, so I guess that will do. Still without those child links. I mean, I only probably need to use that new child link only here to properly delete that child. That's the whole reason I've introduced that new slot. Send a frame, blah blah blah. So, oh yeah, and also to do a proper bookkeeping, I should put it somewhere here in constructor. So, wait a sec. Side no, yeah, okay. So I am going just to set it somewhere here. And alright. Was equals reduction. Right. So this logic is also kind of weird. But yeah, I guess I will reiterate through that when I'll be writing documentation. And hell, that's gonna be a lot of documentation. But yeah. So when there's possible weak, when current, yeah, whatever. I guess that's also not true at that point, but anyway. So when this parent is valid index, index LP, yeah, of parent, I will set, what will I set? So that would be the same that was in accessor, global ref of action. No, wait a sec. I think I'm losing it. So so I've made this tiny helper action child here. So I need the same here. I need to set up that actions child aref. Actions and of index of parent to that child, which would be, what would that be? Index, right? That's the global, no wait, that would be global index. Yes, exactly, global index. So that's when the valid parent. Yeah. And then I guess that's it. So I just properly do bookkeeping when creating the thing with the parent, and then I automatically delete it when deleting that action. Yeah, I guess that will do. So I think I had something about that here. Finalize action. Yeah, that one. I don't need any of that crap anymore, I think. So yeah, I guess I will restart and let's see if that works. So if I've chosen the place to remove the child slot, right? Oh yeah, I didn't. So what have happened here? I've called, okay, let's go here, so So we've been in game loop. We've created a new movement action for the player entity with no parent, which is right, with some target and with zero path. And then to do that, we deleted all of the... wait a sec, I should do some extra tiny check when doing deletion of that child, if that child is actually correct. Yeah, here. So before doing that, I just have to check if it's valid, index value p of child. Yeah, and perhaps add it here as debug stuff. Child. And by the way, I don't need nil anymore. That's also a remnant of the old code. Right, let's see if that works. Okay, come on. So I will just try and walk. Yeah, that works. Cool. So that works. But then again, this is this lovely bug when the animation is wrong. But yeah, to hell with it. So let's try attacking that critter. Nope. Now let index 1 for example should be non-negative integer below 1. How does that happen? So we wanted to attack that critter. We've created a swing action. With no parent and with some target. Right. Then we've called initialize action for that swing. And for that we've created track action, and for that we've created move action. What is even wrong here with parent 1? No, it says 1 is... Wait a second, I guess I know what the problem is here. The problem is that perhaps this setup is in the wrong place, because it is still, I mean, the vector holding some of the values for actions is not has not grown at that point. So I think that very line is a problem. Oh yeah, I have to put a ref with the star to do the actual growing, I think. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, so that's those tiny things that I continue to miss. Okay, so movement still works, and attack? Nope. Crap. With index 1 for simple vector. Okay, what is even simple vector 1? Space 2. Yeah, I guess that's this child thing. Hmm. Okay, I think I have to change it even more. I have to change it to if. So if it is valid, then I can even move setf here. So the parent. So we set. Oh no, can we do that? Okay, so the problem was that this child growable vector has not grown enough to hold this index. So the index was 1 and this, but hey, I mean this thing with the star should do grow. I mean it is wrapper around growable vector ref with a star here, which actually does this growing thing. So allocated size 0 length, index is supplied index, that one would be greater or equal, I mean that would be equal, then we would make it grow to be some oh yeah, that's because that factor is less than I see. That's interesting. That happens, I think, because here that array growth factor is actually like golden ratio 1.6 whatever, yeah, that one, and it is not, it has not grown enough, I guess. So alright, so I think it would help if I put here the maximum with that index. Which one? Right there, 1. So now in this case, 1, 1, and I would have to have the length of 2 for that. So I guess that's 1 plus here, and then just this one. Yeah, right. So let's try that. I mean, that's inline function, so that I have to restart the whole thing again, so that the proper version is used throughout Lisp image. Right. I feel like the error is here in my lovely growable vector, but I might be wrong. Right. Now I think it's 2. It should be. No. Now that's in different place. Wait a second. Can I just fix that without doing that stuff? Because this setf is quite often called. Can I just increase the initial size or something? No, I guess I should leave that. Perhaps I should even simplify that, because this multiplication does some floating point operations, and I'm not really sure it's good for performance. I mean, theoretically it just offloads those calculations to the floating point processor, but I'm not entirely sure. I guess I will have to experiment, but yeah, that's the different issue. What is current issue here? So we are in the, come on. So I don't need that. Yeah, sure, thanks. Actions. I'm in delete action, and I'm trying to delete action index 2. Now what is happening is invalid action should be in a negative integer below 2. So let's look at actions again. Oh yeah, I think that's because of that child here. I think I need some better way to grow those things. So wait a sec. So when I'm creating a new action, I think I can set its child to some value, right? So that it is, yeah, okay. So I can go back to global actor and remove that little fix here. Wow, yeah, okay. And then I could just set up this one. Actions, parent, child. So action child ref actions global index to invalid index. Yep. And that should do the trick. That definitely should do the trick. Right, so I guess that's my way of making an API, just fiddling around until the point it gets usable. Okay. Neat. So let's try and attack it. Okay, almost. Almost. So now again double delete. That's just weird, but I guess my trick didn't work. I mean the initial trick for deleting a child. So what happened here? Actually move parent and child invalid action. Load current set parent track. Then the action track child do. Okay, that was not supposed to happen, but wait a sec. Let me look at that delete action. So what I do in this delete action is I delete child when some action is deleted, which is right. But I think I also should set the corresponding field, the corresponding slot in parent when deleting the child. Wait a second. So I should set right. Set a child slot to null, but or to negative index. But how do I do that without going through all of the actions? Okay, so I think this addition of this child slot haven't done me any good. Because I still can do double delete, because if I delete some action and then try and delete its child, right? So here I've deleted. So again, the same story. I had actions swing, then check, and then move. And then for some reason that one was current. Then I decided to... Okay, what exactly has happened here? So I updated existing, then I deleted action move. So the current action was move, so yeah, that picture. Its parent was track and its child, it had no child. Then we've decided, well, we've seen that that's the current action, so we set the current action to its parent. So after that, what happened then? Then we, for some reason, deleted action track. So current action was track, and but its child was already deleted. And that was the child of a track action, which was move. Oh, I see. So child, so I think we were here inside that one. Then we recursed into that move thing. No, that was not the case. We, for some reason, deleted move action, I guess because it has stepped. And then so then we set the current action to its parent, to track. Then we decided to delete the check. Okay, I'm missing some slot setting here. So so I think I should just set a child slot somewhere to invalid index. Current child here. I'm just a bit lost in my storage scheme for that. So I have a parent slot which is, well, an array. So for each action I have a parent, and for each action I have a slot. I mean a child slot. A parent slot and then a child slot. But I can't make like reverse lookup. I can easily make forward lookup. So then what's the parent of that action, or what's child of that action? But then having some action, wait a sec, I can, no, having some action, I can, I mean I have knowledge about what is its parent and what is its child. Right? So when I'm deleting that action, alright, so here at some point here I should set parents child slot to invalid index. That's what I should do. Perhaps even here. So, do I have setter for child? No, I don't. So I will just make it manually. Actions child a ref of parent. And here should obviously be actions. I should set f that to invalid index. That's it. That's what I was missing, I think. Come on. Why the comma is not working? Okay, so my sly finally went mad. Oops. What was it? No, that's just plain weird. Oh, yeah, okay, thank you. Right, so now I think I finally wouldn't have double delete situation. Yeah, almost. So, having here system update and combat system. We decided to delete action 0. Oh, that's because I also missed a check here, so I should check if parent is valid. Oh crap, this wouldn't end. This just would not end. Restart again. Alright, so moment of truth. Yes, finally that works. So that's the single blow. It works. And what if I hold the key? Yay! It finally works as it should. Yay me! So now I have, by the way, this bug with the animation. Yeah, that one. That's just fun. Some dancing here. But yeah, that's just the specific actions. I would tweak that later. But probably leaving some comment here in character system, I think. Some multiple action, like what? Multiple action stance change. And that's kinda important. Okay. And by the way, this was something wrong with the attack. Yeah, the rate kinda too fast. I think that's because I'm also missing at least one frame here, because I'm applying the damage right at the point when I'm playing the last frame, and that's not exactly correct. Yeah, I guess I will also leave a comment about that. So that's here, yeah. So that's also important. Apply damage only Okay. So I think now I can finally get back to the actual theme of today's stream and to the item system and to item pickup. So I think I probably have to totally rewrite all of that, or well, partly. So I think I will need to make a new action which would be item pickup action. So I think I will just start. So where have I put it here? Yeah, right after that component. So let's put it here. Yeah, I'll probably have to work up the order of the stuff in the file, but anyway. So I will have the action item pickup. It's kind of 2 word, which is new because those were 1 word, swing or move or track. But yeah, anyway. So it would have some slots. That would be, I think, the item the character needs to pick up. That would be. So are those entities? I think I made those. Yeah, they are entities. So I guess I would have target, kind of target, which would be initially invalid entity and the type of fixed mount. And then I guess that's it. So kind of the target and nothing. Yeah, that's it. Then some documentation. Some obvious documentation at the moment. Yeah, that's Captain of this. And then some initialization, which would be actually more like initialization of combat, of swing action. I think I will put it here for now. So this would be item pickup. And then the entity. I don't think I even need an entity here. Right? Yeah, I don't think I do. So I would do the. Oh yeah, wait. I will need the tracking action. Yeah, it looks awfully like this swing action, like almost the same. I mean, the slots are obviously the same. But, yeah, the target and track action. Right. So with right. So let's start from here. We need to make the tracking action. So for an entity which is that entity of that action, which is performing that action. Perhaps I need the word performer instead of that ugly executor. Just a sec. Actions. Where was that? Action performer. Yeah, that kinda makes sense. My English is getting better, I think. Alright, so the entity would be that performer entity, and then the parent would be this very action. The target would be, yeah, that target, and the distance Okay, why do I need this? Oh yeah, the distance. Distance at which I can make, at which I can pick up some item. I don't know, I will make some constant here. Okay, item pickup range, or whatever. And it would be, I don't know, something like 1. Compression, minimal, no, maximum. Maximum distance at which character could pick up an item. Right. Okay. So we will put it here. Item backup range. By the way, what was the default for a combat? It was 2, I think, here, attack range. Perhaps I should put it here too, or at least 1.5 or something. Yeah, let's leave it at 1. Whatever. So yeah, make track action. Here I go. Right. So we track action. And then I will set it to my track action slot, which is given to me by this macro. So here we go. And I think that's basically it. So I've had this target and track action. So I set track action, yeah, right, to that new track in action, which tracks this, and which is performed by very same entity, and then its target is that item. Yeah, I guess that will do. Okay, and then I would have an executor in which, again, I will just copy that, I think, because it will be awfully a lot like this one, a lot like combat action. And why do I need, oh yeah, okay. Combat, I don't need sprite, I believe. Yeah, I do need a coordinate and the target coordinate. That's not attack target, let's call it just target X and target Y. So, condition when the distance is further than the item pickup range. Rename those ones. So when the distance is further, and then when this action is current one, we know that tracking has failed. And by the way, I probably could check that with different conditions. Okay, I can check that by just looking at my tracking action slot, which will be a whole lot easier, I think. So instead of doing that, I will just look if unless index valid p, so p of that track action. So if that track action is invalid, that means it was deleted at some point, because I do that now in delete action function. And that would mean that, yeah, tracking has failed and we should stop that action. Would that work? Okay, what is the warning here? Find variable track action. Are you kidding me? You are kidding me. Come on, come on. executor, and I mean this executor does I mean, what the heck? This def executor macro implicitly does call in that with swing action macro, right? So it, okay, let's look at actions with no, I mean that def executor. Def executor does def method with actions. Yeah, so how does that even work? Let's look at macro expansion. Print, I don't know, target, track action. So yeah, obvious. So let's do this, I mean macro expand this one. And that. Alright, so I have a look, wait a sec, with types for action of type x9 from 0 below actions length, 1 equals 1. Okay, do with swing action, target, print track action. So let's disassemble that. I mean macro expand, sorry. Macro expand that one. So, storage index symbol macro let target. Oh, wait a second, we only have target here in macro let. Why? I mean, in swing we have target and we have track action. What the heck? How does that happen? So here in actions, this with whatever macro. Yeah, whatever. What was it with swing action? Yeah, that one. Slot expressions, Mapcar list, bindings, slot names. So the slot names should have contained that track action thing. That's weird. Let's look at character system for a second. Yeah, that should have worked. Weird, very weird. So in that with whatever action macro, I use single macro let and slot expressions. Why is not a full list of those slot expressions? List is for users, slot names, car or list, bindings and unsafe slot accessors. Okay, let's just macro expand this one then. So where is that macro with swing action? So last one, macro with blah blah blah. Swing action target RF and then swing action track action RF. So here we go. What the heck then? Why do I have only first thing from the list here? Target swing action RF. Alright, check. So let's my car list. Names, save slot accessors, and save slot accessors. Yeah, I mean that was that list here. That's all very weird. I mean it was working before, what the heck? With swing action. That's just plain weird. I will perhaps do an awful thing, and here in macro print those and save slot accessors. So then I will try to compile that macro application, and yeah, that's the list. So what is happening with it here? Slot names, yeah, I also should print slot names, I think. Ah, wait a second, I have an explicit list of slots here and I have set only target. Yeah, okay, I found the problem. So why do I have only target here? When have that happened? Right, so I've had this. Oh, right. Right with selections. Oh, that's because I've missed it from the list. Okay, so here in def executor macro, it is the explicit list of slots, and I should put here track action. Yeah, that's how it works. Alright, still star warning, variable current action. Oh yeah, current action is defined but never used because, well, I'm not using it, which is obvious. Okay, but now does this swing action work after I've changed that condition? I will have to start again. So yeah, it does work. Wow, that's cool. So now this action body becomes a bit clearer, so I don't need current action now. Stop swing action, yeah. Okay, cool. So I can do the same thing in my item system. So I don't need current action here, but I can switch this condition to that. Yay. Right, so back to item system. I mean, not swing, but item pickup. Action, target, and trap action. Okay. So we have an entity, we have a target. So if the distance to pick up an item is further than we currently are, we check if that tracking action was deleted. If it was, we delete itself. If it was not, we do nothing. We just wait next frame. But if we have reached that, I don't think we need to set an angle here, but why not? First target. Yeah, I think that wouldn't hurt. Yeah, that definitely wouldn't hurt. And then we don't have to do anything with stances. We just let it here. Okay, so now for the other thing. System 0, blah blah blah. Yeah, at some point I would have to rewrite this drawing thing, but that's for later. Drop item, so yeah, pick up item. Oh god, this is big. Okay, so I guess... Oh, I don't even have an update here for system. Yeah, that kinda makes sense. So the thing is, I can remove this ugly handler, which was emitted when the character was close to item, which is kinda bah. I mean, the whole point of this actions refactoring is to have a separate action here for that. So, I guess I could put that pickup item call to this place. So after set in an angle, just turning the character to an item and just pick it up. So here we go. Okay, a lot of warnings here. Why? Pick up actions. Oh, that's because I haven't compiled that one. About target. I'm sorry, what? Okay. And then this one. Okay, that's better. Angle. Yeah, okay. For angle, I should have with sprite. And by the way, I can even probably put it here, just at this place, just for clarity. So let me just fix my indentation. Yep. Okay, that compiles, and let's try and swing something, or yeah. That was good. Okay, that worked. Alright, cool. So, where was I? It was here. So now I need this macro here in angle, well, to have an actual angle, and yeah. Okay, that cleanly compiles. So what would I need further? Well, first of all, I will need to make this action in my player system. Make item, pick up action. I mean, is it how it's called? Yeah, right. Yeah, right, a function, LISP entity, blah 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 blah, yeah. How do I quit inspect? Okay. So I have to call that in player system when on click when hovering an item. So I already have a helper function in my player system, which gets me the condition if I'm hovering a character. Yeah, here, character under cursor. That one, and it's hack, but anyway. And it is kinda terrible because it goes through all of the mobs and checks their coordinates, which is again, yeah, terrible. I mean, I could even do that by having a look into the character collision map in my collision system, right? So let's look at that. The collision characters map. Yeah, characters map, sparse matrix. And this characters map, what do I add there? So, right. Yeah, that would definitely be faster. I think I wanna sneeze. Okay. How did I not think about that before? That's important. So I can re-implement. Have I written right? Re-implement. I think I did. Yeah, I did. So re-implement that using character map in collision system. Right. So I can do that better for characters, for another characters, but I can't do that for items, right? Because I mean in collision system I do add only characters here and only when they are moved. But wait a sec, characters map, collect P. Yeah, weirdly I'm only adding it here in character move, but not when it is created. I mean, again, I'm discovering some new architectural problems in my code. So again, that's some important thing, which is to also put those in characters map when character is created. Right. So I'm only doing that for characters, for entities which have a character component. I don't do that for items. So the very obvious thing to do here in item system is, well, that's another to do, create a sparse matrix. Was it sparse matrix though in collision system? Yeah, make sparse matrix. So make a sparse matrix akin to characters map. Characters map in collision system, but for items. Right, then we'll click on hover an item. So I will obviously need a helper for that, which will tell me if the cursor is hovering the item. Then I would probably have to highlight them, right? And this will be twofold. First of all, it would write this text above the item, which is already does, but in kind of weird way. And I think it also should highlight them like it was in Diablo. I mean, if I remember correctly, when you are hovering above an item on the ground, it was changing its lighting. Okay, I will have to check that. I haven't played Diablo in a quite long while. I mean, in a couple of months. So. Yeah, luckily I have white here and I have some characters here. Okay, so for instance, if I drop something on the ground and then if I hover, yeah, the lightning definitely changes. So like that it is kinda dark, and then and it also kinda does this blinking thing, which I also should do. Okay, so let me get back. Right, click on ribbon and also to highlight and item when hovering plus right. I mean, this text, how I would call that in one word. A name of item or whatever. Item name. And also, as we just seen, periodically draw some like star thing. And I guess that's just to alert a player that there is an item on the ground. To alert a player that there is an item. Item Alright, Sparse. So yeah, that would be better. I mean, right now this item system is complete hack. So I've created it before the game jam ended, for which I was creating the game, and it was like a couple of days before the end, before the deadline. So yeah, this code is kinda hairy. Right. So it would get better after that refactoring. Right. So is it all that I have to do? So in player system, make an item pickup action when clicking on an item, and highlighting, sorry, and then drawing, and then draw that star thing. Alright. I think perhaps I will even tweak, clean up the code a bit and commit that actions thing, and then start working closer on items. Alright, so I think that's all for today. So thank you very much for watching, and if you want more, get back next Saturday. So yeah, thanks again for watching, take care, and goodbye.